Hello, this is William Flamholtz at the Fleetweather Ocean Routing Center in New York State, and this is the weather short for the South Indian Ocean for June 27th, 2022. We have a couple areas to keep an eye on over the next 5 to 7 days in regards to the forecast for the South Indian. We currently have a cold front extending from this gale um, that's expected to push northeastward through the next few days, bringing areas of very rough seas across much of the southwest Indian Ocean, extending maybe all the way up to about 5 north um, by day three, um, and then persisting through the following days after that. After this cold front pushes by, we'll have to keep an eye on the next systems coming out of the South Atlantic Ocean. By July 1st or July 2nd, we may have another gale tracking northeastward that may bring very rough to high seas across the African Capes region, affecting the major shipping lanes. So this will be a feature that we have to closely monitor and something that we'll see modeling here shortly. Next, we'll take a look at the GFS model forecast and its wave model forecast through the next few days. We could see our cold front located uh, generally in this location here, with the second one out across the Southwest Atlantic. As this cold front south of the African Capes pushes eastward, we'll get a reinforcement of these very rough seas south of Madagascar, with maybe even high seas off to the southeast of the major shipping lanes here. So we'll have to keep an eye uh, in this area through the next few days, as we may see seas in excess of 5 to 6 meters in some locations, maybe even high seas locally in some spots in the vicinity of La Reunion through the 29th into the 30th, before the swell front pushes northward into the tropical regions of the South Indian. So this entire equatorial region will also have to keep an eye out for some rough to very rough seas through at least July 2nd. And then backtracking here, we'll take a look at the second system that's expected to come into the African Capes region here by the 29th or the 30th into July 1st. We can see it taking shape here across the South Atlantic, with a cold front extending northward um, to about uh, 35 south or so. This is going to push northeastward with time, and by the second it reaches the African Capes region, which may produce a swell front uh, in excess of 6 to 7 meters in some locations, maybe even 8 meters locally in spots where we get north wall effect with these strong uh, west to southwest winds pushing against the Agulhas current that runs southwestward. So this countering effect may steepen waves, which will be something to keep an eye on as well. Now, if we move to the ensemble prediction for the African Cape region here, we'll see that there's a high probability, near 100%, of very rough seas south of Madagascar through at least the 30th, the 29th into the early 30th, and then focusing on the north side of Madagascar and the equatorial regions, as we mentioned earlier. A high probability of very rough seas occurring there as well. And then we have near 100% probability that we see very rough seas with the next system in about 6 days across the African Capes region. Though, given it's a 6 day forecast, definitely subject to change as we are headed out to the extended range. But definitely a high probability that we'll see some rough weather along the major shipping lanes in the first week of July. This has been William Flamholtz at the Fleetweather Ocean Routing Center in New York State. This has been the weather short for the South Indian Ocean for June 27th, 2021. Stay connected and safe.